You have to determine what's more important, you having control of that item or your time freedom. And like now that I have a prep center, like I didn't realize how much time I spent on items, you know? I didn't realize how much time I spent bringing in my items. And then I didn't realize like me and Joe had to like figure out a time that worked for both of us where we could sit down for 6 hours and unpack and list, take it to the UPS store, take the cardboard, take the garbage. It's the little things. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just these little things that made up so much time. Now I'm like, what am I doing with all my time? It's crazy.
I mean, it was so cool for social media, I'll be honest, like showing all the packages. Like Instagram loved it, TikTok loved it, because you know how it's a big clown show on social media. The more you just show clowny things, people just love it. They eat it up. But it was a lot of work for sure. I got a lot of looks from neighbors. I don't know, did you get a lot of neighbor looks? Like, what is going on over there? That girl's got a shopping addiction.
Yeah. Our mail guy was like, wow, your wife got a little carried away, didn't she? Yep.
Whoa, she really likes DVDs.
Yeah, because they were all small packages. And my neighbor came over one time. He's like, you shop too much. I'm like, I guess so.
It's so funny because my girlfriend and I, we just went for a walk a little while ago, and I noticed the mailman, he got a new vehicle. They got them in minivans now. And he was like, what happened to your business? Your business has been shut down the last 3 or 4 months. And I said, no, I got a prep center now, and I ship everything out to another state. And he says, really? What is that? And I was explaining it to him, and I was like, how's your life now, man? Like, is it a lot better not bringing all these packages in? And he started laughing. He actually told me, not today, but another time, he told me he liked delivering to me because I don't know if this is true, but he says he has to deliver a certain amount of packages in a certain amount of time. So by able to do all mine at once, it like made his time better. So maybe he wasn't as happy. Plus I used to give him a little bonus, but yeah, he's pissed.
Oh, wow.
So you got a prep center now. What is a prep center? Tell folks what is a prep center, like a high level overview. What do they do? And maybe you could talk a little bit about how does your virtual assistant integrate with the prep center?
So prep center, eBay mails the package directly to the prep center. So it's not like they send it to me and then I send it to the prep center. No, it goes directly to the prep center. And they scan in the package, and every night my virtual assistant goes on to our prep center's website and puts in all the information that she's purchased, the ASIN, our buy cost, purchase date, and the quantity and the condition. So she goes in and puts all that information, and then when they receive it, they check it in, and then they kind of put it in a pile until they have about 50 or 100, and then they put it all together and ship it out. So
yeah, and I'm opening my phone right now, and I don't know if you're like me. I love going into my shipments. How do I find my shipments again in my app? I forgot. But anyways, I love going in, and I love looking to see like, oh, did they ship anything out today? Like, oh wow, they sent out 4 shipments. Like I remember if I wanted to send out 4 shipments of a couple hundred products, like I was working in the garage for 3 hours or so.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we do have the same prep center, but I think the guy that runs the prep center does it very well. He knows what he's doing. I have only had one problem in like the whole 3 months I've been there, which is pretty good. Of the hundreds of packages that I've had one problem. Not a big issue. And in terms of them inspecting the items, I feel like they're better than me. Like there was like one DVD where it had a little bit of a rip, and they said it was like new, used. The only way to really become tax exempt is to get a prep center in a tax-free state. That's the only way to really do it.
Yeah.
So
you might have to change if you start going down that route a little bit harder. And and that's the thing. Yeah, keep going.
I don't know if I could give up E2A. I don't know. The numbers are so good. I've got everything set and good to go. You know, it'll, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
We'll see. We'll have to do another update video. So, yeah, I mean, for me as well, the prep center has been great. I mean, it's pretty simple. Again, you purchase an item and then they have something with our prep center. It's called planned inventory. So like Amanda was saying, you put in your ASIN, the condition, your list price, and then I think you might fill out something in the SKU. I forget. My VAs do it now. There's like 3 or 4 things you fill out. And essentially, when the items show up to the prep center, they scan the barcode of the item in, and that'll pull the tracking number up into the software. So it'll move it from planned to received. And then once they receive it, they're going to build out your shipments. So it'll transition from, again, planned to receive. They received it, they scanned it in, to received to shipped. And then you could see inside your Amazon Seller Central if it's been shipped out, so on and so forth. So yeah, do you see yourself going back? You're gonna, you and Joe gonna get to work in the garage again, start dealing with all that trash and
No. Now that we've got a taste of what it's really like, it's like, why did I do it for so long? You know?
Yeah.
Why did I do it sooner?
What's your goal for 2024? What do you want to do in total sales?
250. So
Hey,
I gotta scale a little bit more and I gotta buy a little bit more, but we're on our way.
at that 40% profit margin, or is it going to lower at scale? Yeah.
I might, yeah, with eBay to Amazon 40. That's where I'm at.
What if you do traditional OA? What do you think you're going to have for your profit? Like 20, maybe 25?
25, 30. I think 30 is kind of where I'm comfortable at.
If your things don't, if your listings don't tank in price.
I think I'm still going to go along the same method of slow sellers. I love the idea of something selling for 15, 20 times a month, but only 3 or 4 sellers. I love that because if it sells consistently, you and those 3 or 4 other sellers just make it just rolls. I love that idea.
And the reason why, here's the thing, guys, you're going to see a lot of OA sellers saying 30, 40% minimum. But the thing is with traditional OA, yeah, you could buy 20, 30, 40, 50 in an item. But if you can buy it, a million other people can as well, which if you get a bunch of more sellers coming on a listing, it's going to tank the price. Well, you might say, well, Steve, that doesn't make any sense. You could do the same thing on eBay. No, that's not true because we're buying vintage discontinued items where there might only be 1 or 2 available on eBay. I mean, you could look at Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, but there's just not a lot of them out there. So the reason why I like E2A, and I always feel like I have to stand up for us E2A flippers, because I feel like 99% of the clown show, they just don't understand it. There's just not a lot of sellers on these listings. So it's just like, I don't know, keep me posted with traditional OA. I would love to hear it because I know you'll be honest and actually tell me the truth. So
absolutely.
Keep me posted with it, and keep that invoice close. So
it'll keep me warm at night, don't you worry.
Yeah, knowing what you know now in your business, is there anything you wish you did sooner as an Amazon seller? A year and a half down the road, are you like, damn, I should have been doing this a year ago? Or, what comes to mind?
Honestly, FBM sooner, and not listen to the naysayers that FBM doesn't sell. FBM sells. It sells for the same price if the prices are comparable. You just got to be a little more picky, but it works, and it's valuable and it's there. There are some people who I know who are only FBM and they're killing it. So I wouldn't have listened to those naysayers, I guess.
Love it. Love it. And we already talked about your goal for 2024, which is 250,000 in revenue with around a 40% margin. Is there anything else? I mean, you've got the VA, right? You've checked that box. You got the prep center. You checked that box. Is there anything else that you are looking forward to doing, hiring, expanding to? I mean, anything that's getting you excited for 2024 that you want to share?
I'm excited about my YouTube channel. I'm finally getting it up and running and going.
Share it. Drop that information. We'll put it in the beginning of the video as well for the when we edit this and whatnot. But share everybody your thoughts there and your channel.
Yeah, I'm excited to just share my journey and kind of get more, people out there and talking about Amazon honestly, we need more women in the space. And so I'm here to do that. And I'm just excited just to document my journey going from like either doing eBay to Amazon or doing, online arbitrage. And we really haven't talked about this, but I'm also doing retail arbitrage too a little bit. So I'm just documenting all aspects of my business. And what I do love about Amazon is there's so many ways of doing it. There's not a wrong answer. It's just what fits for you and your personality and what works for you and your lifestyle too.
So what's your YouTube channel? Is it just your
Flipping
name?
with Amanda.
Oh, Flipping with Amanda.
Yes.
All right. All right. So yeah, go check out her videos.
Yes.
You've got yourself a rock star video editor. You're doing it big over there.
I do. Yep. Got an editor. Yep.
Let's go. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing your journey and putting up with my crazy questions.
Yeah.
And, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming with the beautiful voice.
You're welcome anytime.
Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you. I'm going to end this coaching call now, but we'll open up the floor for folks in Reselling Freedom if anyone has any questions. But with that being said, much love. All right. We got Jessica here. I don't know if we could unmute her. I don't know if she's still here. I want to say
something.
Oh, yeah. She's at the shop. What's up, Lorena? Good to see ya.
Hi, Sherry.
Sherry. What's up, Sherry? Yeah, it was a good interview. I appreciate you sharing all that.
Thanks for having me.
Lorena says, yes,
oh,
Amanda.
Thank you. You were in the OA challenge with me. I think I remember seeing you in there. So I'd love to connect with you and see how you liked it or not liked it, or I'd love to hear your opinions on it because I enjoyed it.
Did he go hard into tactical arbitrage? Because I think that's a big part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, like off the record?
I've been using it, so it's doing well. There's a lot of secrets, Steve.
Yeah, you're up to a lot of things that I don't know about. You're a little sneaky little Sandy. Good for you.
Enjoy it. I think it's a hard learning curve. But once you learn it and understand it, I think it can be a great tool, just like Flipmine.
You know, that's what all these guys selling the leads list and stuff. They're just putting VAs through it. That's it. But the thing is, like, there's still value there, obviously, because tactical arbitrage, like, I'm a beginner with it. Like, I know how to use it, but like, I'd be lying if I told you I knew any more than like 10% of it, right?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I used it a little bit for E to A before I learned about Flipmine and the different things, we've evolved into, but that is a powerful freaking tool. But it's interesting because they sold. There used to be a guy named Alex Moss who ran it. I think he was from Australia, and he reminded me of like Caleb Roth. Remember how Caleb Roth was like the face of Scout IQ, and then he left, and everyone like kind of shit on it. And the same thing happened with tactical arbitrage. Exactly. And the community kind of turned on it, but it looks like they're trying to rebuild themselves back up again.
Yeah, they took away the scan minutes, which is nice, and so that's been a huge help, and that's been turning in the right direction. So we'll see. I'm still new to it, so don't quote me on that.
Have you been buying anything, like using it? Like, have you been running scans at nighttime and waking up and like running through? I don't trust you. You look like you got some secrets you want to share. Like, you're like, you ain't putting this in the video.
There is so much you don't know, Steve.
Jesus. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've been purchasing for a couple days now. So
when you coming out with your leads list?
Tomorrow. Just kidding. No,
Nice.
I don't know. I kind of have a weird feeling about leads lists and stuff, so we'll see. Because it's just a VA going and doing them, finding something great and posting it for people. Yeah, no thanks.
I joke, but the reality is if you get a leads list where they're only sharing it with like 10 people and the people aren't like stupid, where they have like their repricers tanking it all or going crazy, like you guys can all play nice, but I think the issue is like kind of your Fiverr experience when that was different because that was like E to A.
Yeah. Well, and people can lie and say like, oh, this is only open for 10 people. They could lie and give it to 30 people. Like, some people have no integrity when it comes to the money that they're making. I'm not saying you did that, obviously, but like I just don't trust other people when it comes to making money. Like, oh, I can make 30x At a 10x? Okay, no one will know. I'll just make all this extra money.
That's what.
I bought, yeah.
Oh no, keep going, keep going.
I've bought leads lists to get inspired and go down rabbit holes and try and do it that way. I don't buy the products that are on the list.
Yeah,
Personally, I've bought 2 leads lists before. That's
yeah.
it.
If you buy a leads list, try to buy, like, for example, when I did one for E2A, we use Stripe as our payment processor, and you could build a hard code into it where it literally changes the number. Every time they buy it, it goes from 8 to
Oh,
7 to 6. And like that's hard coded in. Gumroad, that's another one I see a lot of people using, which it kind of hard codes the number. Again, they could like email behind people's back and whatnot. But
yeah.
I would look for that. If they don't have like any real hard coded like Stripe number going down, I'd be careful with that. And it's all reputation. Like,
Well, and they
if it's
could
some,
put in
yeah.
30 instead of 10. Like, who's to say, like, you know what I mean? I don't
Well,
know.
like for example, with mine, if you ever buy a leads list for mine, it
Oh,
shows you on the checkout 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
oh,
I mean,
that's
I'm
cool.
sure, there's a way you could probably hire someone to do some crazy stuff, but yeah.
Editing, coding. Yeah.
But again, it's reputation. It's like if Chris Grant recommends somebody and like I know Chris Grant like really cares about his reputation, like I'd be
Yeah.
more inclined to do business with a leads list where it came from someone I trust whose reputation is on the line versus going to Fiverr. That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. 100%. I get that. Yeah.
Lorena says, I bought Steve's leads list. Oh, thank
Yes.
you. But did you use it? That's the question. It's funny. I don't know if people are using my leads list because I keep buying it all the time. Because the thing is with an E2A leads list, it's 100 times more work than a traditional OA leads
Yeah.
list, I feel like, because you have to go pick it one by one by one. Oh, Lorena says buying board games. Heck yeah, let's go.
Awesome.
She's like, I'm not putting my money to waste. I'm getting my money back times 10.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, cool. So yeah, I think we just hit 2K for the day at 3 o'clock. My prep
Wow.
center must have I don't say that to toot my own horn, but my prep center must have shipped a bunch of stuff in because it's like I swear I'm at like $500 days or like 4K days now. It's like one or the other.
Yeah. There were days I had 120 and then other days I had like 1,500. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. Are you still buying a lot right now? Like, what are you spending per day on eBay?
I'm not buying as often. I'm trying to kind of pivot a little,
Just
but
that scale to be a bit more safe.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out my next move. So,
Yeah.
but
So what are you spending per day like right now on eBay?
300. I was spending 5, now I'm doing 3.
Gotcha.
So I need to ramp it back up again.
No, but
So,
that's smart though. Like, I mean, especially, we joked on the call about invoices, but it's a real thing. Like, I wouldn't worry
yeah.
so much about invoices if you're doing like 10, 20K, but once you start really scaling, it does become a concern. My worst fear is like always having invoices, but then no profit, so.
Yeah. 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 And yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. We all do things differently. So,
Yep, there's a million ways to do it and make money.